Have you ever heard of a woman warrior who led an army to victory? Today, we meet Deborah, the only female judge of Israel. Now, Deborah wasn't your typical judge. In fact, she's best known for being a prophetess, which means that she spoke God's messages. But when the Israelites cried out to God because of their oppressors, the Canaanite king Jael, he sent Deborah to be their deliverer. And how did she do it? Well, through faith. You see, Deborah commanded Barak to raise an army and defeat Sisera, the commander of the Canaanite forces. But Barak had one condition. He wanted Deborah to go with him, which may sound like a good idea, but remember, she was a judge, not a soldier. Nevertheless, she agreed. And when they arrived at the place where Sisera's army was camped, the troops were afraid. Why? Because the enemy outnumbered them 900 to 1. So Deborah got up, stood in front of the soldiers, and said, "Get to know the Lord, you clans of Israel, for he will wonderfully save his people." Then Deborah and Barak led the Israelites into battle. Now, despite being greatly outnumbered, the Israelites fought with all their might and defeated the Canaanites. And just like Deborah prophesied, the enemy leader, Sisera, was killed by a woman. You heard that right. Jael, a woman from the tribe of Naphtali, took Sisera into her tent, gave him milk, and then killed him while he was sleeping. So after 20 years of oppression, the Israelites were finally free. And what is even more amazing is that Deborah's victory brought peace to Israel for the next 40 years. Well, talk about a true warrior who knew the power of faith. Throughout history, many have tried to diminish Deborah's role in the Old Testament, perhaps because she doesn't fit the mold of what some think a woman should be. But her story reminds us that God doesn't call people based on their gender, age, or social status. No, He calls them based on their faith and willingness to obey. Like Deborah, we may face giants in our lives, problems that seem too big for us to handle. But if we trust in God and have faith in His promises, we can overcome any obstacle. Deborah's bravery and trust in God's plan give us hope that we, too, can be victorious when faced with seemingly impossible situations. Let's take a moment to thank God for Deborah, the courageous woman who not only led His people to victory, but also became a shining example of faith and leadership for all of us. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Also, if you want to learn more about the amazing women in the Bible, stay tuned for more episodes of Women of the Bible. Until next time, may Deborah's story inspire you to trust in God's plan and be courageous in the face of any challenge. Thanks for watching.